Hey, this is Dancing Rabbit, and welcome to another late weekend pagan perspective. My excuse this time for being a little late is that I am a middle school math teacher. School just started a couple of weeks ago, and it has been incredibly busy. So I just checked my YouTube inbox and discovered that this was not an off week, but that I needed to put a video together. The quality may be a little shaky this time, and that's because I'm using a rather old webcam rather than Feather's laptop or my really good camera, because this is just faster. So bear with me. I hope that you get some good content even if the production is not quite up to par. This week's question has to do with karmic cleansing. Karmic cleansing is not something that I was ever taught to do. I don't think that I've ever even heard those two words put together that way. So I want to give you my take on it, and then a couple of actual rituals, works of magic, trabajos, if you will, because I really don't like to just do one talking head video after another. The way I see karma is a little different from most pagans. I think most pagans view karma as a kind of a universal accounting system where your good deeds and your bad deeds are recorded, tallied up, and there is some kind of rewards and punishment meted out either in this life or in the next, and that if there is reincarnation and we do carry this karmic debt with us to sort of be punished or something in a future life, that we have this debt stuck on our account from some previous life that we have to try to work off somehow. I don't see karma as quite like that. The word karma actually means action. It's the idea that our actions have consequences. That when you do something, it doesn't just go out there and there's no result. There are consequences. If you eat too many green apples, you have a stomach ache, and that's not some universe accounting system wreaking punishment on you. That's just a result of what you did. Now, on a more, I guess, less mundane sort of level, if you harm someone, then it's not a matter of going to the universe or going to the deities and making atonement. In my estimation, what you ought to do is go to the person that you have wronged and apologize. And if it's possible and if it's appropriate, do something to make it right, to either set it right or make up for what you did. And I think quite often that's not really necessary, or maybe not even possible, but simply the honest and sincere apology, admission that I did something wrong, and these were maybe my motivations at the time, but it was wrong of me and I am sorry. That's how you should handle something like that. Now, whether we take karmic debt from previous lives or not, I have no idea. And I'm just kind of agnostic on the whole idea of reincarnation. It may be so. If it is, it does answer a lot of the questions about justice and how do people somehow get away with things and never have to seem to pay for it. On the other hand, I think that reincarnation is one of those things that's just unprovable. You can't prove it is, you can't prove it isn't. And, for my part, I'm willing to just wait and see. If I come back as something and have his memory of it, yes, and if I don't, I intend to enjoy this life to its fullest and let the next or any other lives take care of themselves. So I don't see karma as something that you can or need to cleanse. If in fact you did something wrong, you did something hurtful, I don't see this as falling into the realm of ritual or magic to fix it. If you did something wrong, then go do something about it. If you hurt the universe somehow, well then go out and do what you can to heal the universe, or at least don't repeat that thing that you did again if you can possibly help it. I do routinely do cleansings, and I look at these as more energetic or aura type cleansing. I've never seen an aura, and I use that term to mean the sort of feeling that you have around yourself, or the feeling that you get when you encounter another person, that you're sensing or receiving that energy from. As an empath, sometimes I seem to accumulate what you might call negative energy, a kind of an off feeling, especially if I've been around certain people who are very needy or very chaotic, or even what I would call evil, people that are just out there enjoying hurting people. So let me share a couple of the cleansing rituals. The first one is from Brujeria, and it involves something called Florida water, which around here you can buy in most any grocery store in either the Hispanic knick-knack sort of area, or with the colognes. It's actually a cologne, and it has bergamot oil in it. It smells pretty nice. But the way that I do this, let me take my hat off, is I pour a little of it in my hand and rub my hands together, and then start at my head and draw my fingertips a few inches from my body and visualize anything negative being sort of scraped off, and then I flick it outward, flick my fingertips outward. Another couple of things you can do with Florida water is that are nice if you're particularly tense, and I find a lot of my tension seems to settle in my neck. Put some on my hands, rub it on the back of my neck, sort of massage it, and then flick it away. Something else you can do with Florida water, lots of it here, is to rub it together and then to inhale it. And it's a tincture, it's an alcohol solution, and when you inhale it, it has a rather sharp burning sensation in the nose and the sinuses, which definitely cues you to getting rid of this thing. The other thing that I do, and it's something from Starhawk's book Spiral Dance, is a saltwater banishing or cleansing. You need a glass of water, and you need some salt. This is sea salt. And you need an athame or a knife. So, this is how I do it. Pour a little salt into my left palm. Creature of earth, be charged for this rite. And then into the water. Creature of water, be cleansed for this rite. And then I pour the salt into the water and stir it. Now the rest of the ritual is pretty much a visualization, and you close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and think back to this thing that caused you pain. I don't think that it will get rid of guilt from wrong actions, but it is excellent in getting rid of hurt, heartbreak, that sort of traumatic things. So, visualize very clearly in your mind that hurt, that pain, feel it, see it, taste it if you can. And as the feeling peaks, take a deep breath and breathe out into the water. And again. And a third time. And as you breathe out, imagine your breath coming out like smoke, or like your breath does on a cool day, and the water turns cloudy as it absorbs the negativity from yourself. When you're done, hold the water up to the light, and this part's a little controversial, so if you don't want to do this part, well then, leave it out. Visualize the sun, the golden sun rays coming down and shining into the cloudy, milky water of the chalice and burning away the negativity. And it becomes clear, crystal clear and sparkling as it absorbs the sun's energy and becomes charged. And when that happens, lower the glass to your lips and take a sip. And as you swallow, imagine, visualize the energy of the sun going down into your body, spreading throughout your body, and re-energizing yourself. And I find that works really nice. So I want to thank Starhawk for putting that in her book, Spiral Dance. I think that was probably the second or third pagan book that I ever read when I first became a pagan about 20 years ago. And I also want to thank Crazy Boy TX and my other Brujeria and Hoodoo friends for sharing the wonderful secrets, the wonderful things that Florida water can do. So, till next time, this is Dancing Rabbit, wishing you and yours lots of peace.